Calls for speculation.
An analysis has not been made of what Medicaid will or might provide.
So you don't know which costs are double counted or not?
You're using double counting. I prepare a life care plan following a certain format. I have not shown any kind of offset for what Medicaid might provide or pay a portion of.
Right, but my question to you, so that it's clear to a reviewing court, you have included in your life care plan costs that are presently being provided by Medicaid, true or false?
I don't know. I haven't done an analysis of it.
Well, if there are costs such as attendant care, private duty nursing, all of the surgeries, all of the medicines that have been provided, all of the hospitalizations that have been provided, if all of those things have been provided by Medicaid, you nonetheless have created a future needs trajectory or plan that would provide money to Atlas for the very same things that Medicaid is providing.
Foreman Foundation. Calls for speculation.
I haven't done an analysis of what Medicaid has paid for. My plan is for the future. I have not done any offset for what Medicaid or what portion of an item or service that Medicaid might pay for.
Right. So to the extent that that the cost is included in your life care plan, it'll be double counted if Medicaid's already paying for it and will continue to pay for it, correct?
Foreman Foundation.
I don't know who's
Calls for
counting it,
speculation.
is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know who is doing the review and what their analysis is. I just know
It doesn't matter who does the review. I'm just asking you. You've provided the cost irrespective of whether or not it's covered by Medicaid. True?
True.
Answer.
Okay. Now, did you review how much money has been expended to provide for and care for Atlas up to today?
No.
Did you review any of the records from first day nursing service?
I don't recall receiving any. No.
There would be about 6,000 pages.
Don't recall receiving any.
That's it. Those are records that show the nature, breadth, and extent of the attendant care and nursing services that are provided to Atlas on a daily basis. You've not reviewed any of those.
No.
Foreman Foundation.
No,
How would
I
she
haven't.
know that? She hasn't reviewed them.
You're not listening to her answers, but that's all right.
I am listening to her answer. She said she didn't review.
I don't want to
it.
get into an argument with you because they're always circular arguments.
No, because you never seem to understand. You're the master at circular discussions.
So, why didn't you review those records?
I didn't request them specifically. I didn't receive them. I didn't see a need for reviewing them.
Well, you're a member of the what is it? Academy of Life Care Planners,
The International Association of Life Care Planners, yes.
and they put out books and they put out journals and they put out all sorts of literature, correct?
Yes,
And they have annual meetings, correct?
yes, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to one tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Well, it's just coincidental then that I hit upon that question. But have you read the textbooks that deal with the subject matter of the duties of the rehabilitation counselor?
I don't know if I've read every single one of them, but I have read a number of them.
One has been written by Paul Deutsch. It's actually entitled Damages, and it's the textbook in which that was published in 1984 and introduced the subject matter of life care planning. Have you read that?
I don't know if I've read every single page of that. I know we've always had it in our office, and I have in the past looked at it, but it's very old now.
Well, and they set forth standards of care, right?
Form, foundation.
The textbooks that you deal with?
I'm not
Form
sure
and foundation.
standards of care. There are standards of practice.
Standards of practice.
And they're not, the standards are booklets, and so yes, I read them.
Well, you read the standards.
I have copies of them, yes. Whenever a new standard comes up, I have copies of all of them. I review them.
Okay, is it one of the standards of practice to review all of the medical records of a catastrophically injured baby?
Form, foundation.
We are supposed to review and look at as much of the records as we can get our hands on, yes, and I do that.
But you didn't do it in this case.
Well, you asked me if I had read, as you said, over 6,000 pages of records, and I said to you I did not read all of the 6,000 pages of nursing notes. I do have some medical records. I have some therapy records. I have recent medical records. And I have reviewed those.
Well, let's go through the records you reviewed. Maybe you did review the first day records. Can you show me a list that shows what you reviewed in this case?
It's part of the life care plan. So if we look at the back of the life care plan.
Which one are you looking at?
It's dated May 6th.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me get with that. Well, if you could just go to it and tell me what you reviewed. Review the list quietly to yourself and tell me whether or not you reviewed the records of first day nursing service.
I believe I answered that question the first time you asked.
And
told you I did not review them.
You did not review them?
No, yes, that's correct, and I said that when you asked me the first time.
Okay, well, now we had to clear that up for counsel because he thought he was asked and answered. Why not?
I didn't feel that it was necessary to review them all.
These are detailed notes as to what is being done for Atlas on a daily basis. You didn't think that was necessary?
Not to read thousands of pages of notes, no.
Well, irrespective of whether or not it's thousands of pages of notes, it is information that is directly relevant to the care and treatment that's being provided by the team that is providing Atlas with care and treatment today, correct?
Yes, and I spoke with his mother and found out exactly what care and treatment he was receiving, what equipment was being used, what medication he was being given, what consumable medical supplies were being used, and I'm aware of what the treatments are. It was not necessary for me to read every single hour's worth of notes or pages or days worth of notes for the last few years to find out further than what I was able to glean from everything else I read.
Is his mother a registered nurse?
No.
What's his mother think of the care that's been provided by the nurses who are caring for Atlas?
I believe you would have to ask her what she thinks of the care.
Are you aware of any deficiencies or insufficiencies or gaps that in the care of Atlas as a consequence of your interview of the mother?
I am aware that they have had multiple nurses, so people who were with them and left. I know that there are gaps in services in that sometimes they do not have someone to cover certain shifts.
That's because they're using a nursing agency, correct?
Form and foundation.
I wouldn't say it's because they're using an agency. I would say that it's because whoever was supposed to come for a certain shift either called off sick or for whatever reason was unable to show up.
Do you know whether or not First Day Nursing Care is a nursing care agency?
I didn't do any kind of an analysis of what their licensure was or exactly what type of agency they were.
You don't know whether or not they're an agency or a private duty nurse hired by the family?
I believe their nursing is being provided through an agency.
Through an agency. When nursing services are provided through an agency, the agency sends a nurse from a list of who may be available to a family, correct?
Form a foundation.
That's a little more complicated than that. Different agencies have different ways of staffing. Some of them have individuals that provide short-term nursing. When it's a long-term case, they will actually try to recruit people, and they continue to try to recruit people to meet the needs of the clients that they're serving. Many agencies, in my experience, if someone doesn't show up, they have some type of a protocol, so they'll have either backup nurses or sometimes even the director of nursing will go out and fill that shift themselves. Different agencies have different ways of handling that.
What is the usual time period within which an agency will provide nursing services?
I'm sorry,
Form.
could you re-ask that question? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'll re-ask it. Nursing agencies or agencies that provide nursing services. What is the usual time span for a client that they have within which they'll provide nursing services? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Do you know?
Oh, they're all different. I mean, I've been working as a case manager for years and all over the country, different places. They're all very different, even different time periods. I can tell you that since COVID, a lot of healthcare providers left the field. It's harder to find staffing. Some geographical locations are harder to find staffing than others. I do have some clients who are very lucky. They've kept the same person for years and years. Some agencies can find someone very quickly because they have a large roster of folks. Some of my clients have to use 2 or 3 even agencies to meet the staffing needs because one can't do it. And some of them work with an agency for a while and then shift to someone else because the initial agency doesn't seem to be able to recruit people anymore. So there's no usual. It's all over the place.
Okay. Did you, as a part of your research and calculation of costs, research what First Day is charging for the nursing services that they're providing?
I don't think I asked that question. No, I did put how many hours they were supposed to be working, but I don't know what their charges were.
But you surveyed other nursing agencies, correct?
I did survey nursing agencies, yes.
Why did you survey other nursing agencies and not First Day?
As my recollection is, I called and was not able to get anybody at that one, and called other ones that are in the Travis City area. Yeah. So I have, for example, Bright Star,
Where's the water?
Great Lakes, Comfort Keepers, Compassionate Care. So whatever agencies I could get the numbers from.
Okay, but you didn't call the actual agency that's providing services to us today.
I believe I called them, but was not able to get anybody to give me any assistance.
Well, did you call them once? Or tell me which
No, a
protocol
couple.
was.
Usually we call 2 to 3 times at least.
Did you have the right number?
That's the way they answered the call. There wasn't a like an answering machine that had some other name on it, or a voicemail for a person.
So the other agencies that you called,